Just step up on recent efforts. Olive Walsh's horse for Tony Mullins. Let's go back to the top weight then. Number 1, Moonhall Church for the County Kilkenny trainer Alan McIntyre. This is a filly by Churchill, also a claimer winner. Ground could be a big problem today. Drawn 19, and the ground and the draw kind of combining to make unknowns today. Niall McCullough, the veteran rider in the place. You see Niall getting the leg up. This horse must be going out early. So maybe she's maybe it's just a thing with her that she wants to get on with business. Let's look at number 11 after that. It's Eddie and Patrick Harty, who must be in good form. I see Daniel Murphy's coming up, so I'm going to nab him here. And because the man that's in form, and he is a very interesting runner here in the shape of, if I can find it, Unique Journey. We'll get him here now, one sec. I had to talk to you after. I remember talking to you about Ostraka before the That's run right. in Navan. Now you're a pattern rake winner, so and a double as well. So that was magic on Friday.
It was great, Johnny. Yeah. Horses come into form. I expect this fella to run a big race.
Tell us about the ground, Caravaggio bred.
Yeah, I love it. In my opinion, I love the cut in the ground. Lovely, kind horse. Probably a bit unlucky in Navan as well, to be honest with you. Just couldn't get out when young Scott McCullough rode him. I was a bit unlucky, so I just thought today he could run a better race, get up the hill, you know.
Very hopeful?
I would be, yeah. Look, please, God, you know.
After Friday?
You need it.
Best of luck.
Always be positive anyway, Johnny.
Here's Eddie Harty coming in as well. Eddie has an interesting runner that we just saw, actually. As the trainers are all coming under the little covered area here. We'll go back to number 6, though. We have to be professional here. And number 6 is Unique Journey. So if we look at 6 over to your right, Keno, this is Dan's horse, Unique Journey. Interesting horse by Caravaggio. Big player here. Eye-catching the last day. And, as I say, Caravaggio's very much like this ground by and large. So fascinating runner. Go back to number 9, Keno, just to your left. And that is Tilani. Michael Halford is here, trains this horse with Tracy Collins. Tilani is a handicap debutant who might show a little bit more. 12 we'll have a look at also as your call. This is a big runner for Noel Mead. Colin Keane in the place. Number 13 after that, that's Kilgarran's Love for Tom and Murray Cleary. And this horse is interesting as well, actually. Filly by Dragon Pulse, so again you'd have some positives regarding the ground. And if we just go back to number 5 there, Keane, just sort of over in front of you, 5 is Now. This is a horse by Circus Maximus. She looked like she was coming to hand a bit the last day, and that shower is just dissipating now. She looked like she was coming to hand a bit the last day. She's a filly who wasn't a big price for us out, I think, at Leopardstown, if I remember rightly. If we look at 4 as well, actually, Keen, over to your left, Refreshment in the headgear there. Refreshment's ridden by Kathleen Kennedy. Interesting runner for Mark Fahey. And this is a horse who, again, is very lightly raced. Refreshment. And we might have a look at number 10 as well over to your left, Keno, if that's all right. See number 10 there, that's Dylan Brown, who's getting the leg up on this Blue Point Colt source code, who is also quite an interesting runner. Handicap rating at 61 and ran on soft ground the last day at Leopardstown behind Twain. And obviously Dylan Brown knows all about that form. You'll see number 14 there as well to your left, Prada's World, Keno, just over to your left. That's Chris Timmins' horse. Robbie Colgan takes a ride. Ooh! I picked a good time to look at this horse. I always marvel at how horses can stay on their feet when they get worked up like that. I'm just seeing now if the horse is all right. Prada's World, who is a Cote Glory filly. She's also making her handicap debut. As the rain comes down in Galway, you're never far away from rain in Galway, I suppose. Just turn around to your right, Keno. We look at number 3 as he goes out, and that's Junkyard Dog. This is an interesting runner, gelding by Fastnet Rock. You'll just see there in the orange and blue colours going out, and he's one of Wayne's Remain rides today. Wayne lasted already among the winners, and as I say, he's another horse who's very, very lightly raced. Well held the last day, but possibly more to come in handicaps. And we'll see 16 going out as well, Keno, to your left. This is a filly by Dandy Man. Jamie Powell claims 3, and it's obviously been an up and down year for Jamie. He rides this horse for Sheila Lavery, and that's actually Cathy O'Leary around the horse, and Cathy would know Jamie well from Alphonse Lillegrand and all that entailed. So they're the runners ahead of the fourth. Yeah, so it's already heavy ground. We've had a bit of a shower. I think it's only a shower, but yeah, it's obviously taking a bit of getting here at Galway today for these flat horses. In picture we have number 6. Not sure if we actually saw you. No, yeah, sorry, that's Unique Journey. Wow, quite weak in the betting. I see 6-1 here at the moment, if that is accurate. Surprised at that. That's a very, very tempting price, Unique Journey. We spoke to the trainer there and don't see any real negatives. This was one of those eye-catching types the last day when he ran over 6 at Navan. Obviously was cheapies on it the first time, first handicap. Was quite eye-catching, and Daniel very hopeful about the ground, and I think this horse is very, very backable, particularly in a 16-runner handicap. Perfect each way terms, really. Very, very interesting runner, and Billy Lee in the place. Lots to like, really. Been a good year for Billy Lee as well. He's not a million miles off Colin Keane in that jockey's title. I actually thought earlier on the season that Dylan Brown might give it a go. I'd say he'll be a lot closer next season. And Billy, an outstanding rider. I think he's going to try and use the draw as best he can here, because obviously it's a very, very tricky track and big player. Let's have a look at some of the others. In the picture we have another horse just been looked at here. What do we got? That's number 16, is it? 15. That is number 15. So just a couple of last minute readjustments, and that is Coolstee's Way, who, as you would imagine, is by Coolstee. Patrick McGee trains this filly. She ran a nice race at Bellewstown behind Baltray Lady. Patrick's horses are often very backable. He's a small operation in County Cavan. He's a good trainer as well. Buys his horses cheap. Baltray Lady was a horse who'd shown a bit of promise. Now was second that occasion, so obviously Coolstee's Way has to reverse that form. Joey Sheridan in the plate. Joey had a horse who was intended to ride earlier on, scratched, but he's just gotten off here, and we'll see what the SP is with that one. Number 2 in picture we've seen, that's Tony Mullen's horse, who running Son of a Gun. It's been actually quite well backed under Luke McAteer. Does handle soft ground. Went okay the last day at Leopardstown, soft, made the run and faded. See if been quite well held in 2 handicaps since that maiden claimer win, but Mark Fahey's horse very well backed, it has to be said. Refreshment, there is refreshment going in. This is horses. Refreshment is will probably be one of the last to go in. Actually, refreshment gelding by Cody Bear, who has been very well backed. Market refreshment, plenty of them being taken in by the students today and having a good time. Galway, we've had a bit of a shower. Refreshment's been well backed, but the drift and unique journey is absolutely baffling. Spoke to Daniel Murphy, who had an amazing double at Dundalk. Very, very hopeful about this horse. It was an eye-catching third at Navan. Softer ground today should suit. Drawn to no negatives whatsoever by Caravaggio out of an Ifraj mare, so should enjoy the ground. Not sure why this horse is so weak, but the refreshment punt is definitely the story of the market. Mark Fahy trains, excellent. Kethan Kennedy in the plate, claims 7. Drawn 18, Kethan, though. This is going to be tricky. This horse off a 168-day break. Gelded since his last run when beaten 14 lengths of Roscommon, but that run behind Camille Pissarro in the middle was quite good. Rating of 70 doesn't look anywhere near a nice mark based on Racing Post ratings and probably general form, but so the handicapper didn't take any chances. The draw was bad, but obviously somebody here today is thinking, okay, Kethan is good value for his £7. This horse, the gamble that is on this horse here would want to be very well handicapped to win this from gate 18. Let's see how it works out. But as I say, a Billy Leroy's Unique Journey, who should have a really solid each-way chance for that, in form Daniel Murphy. And you'll know his brother Martin very well, the encyclopedia of Irish racing. Running Son of a Gun is another one of note. Gate 10 for that one has been maybe a small bit disappointing in handicaps since winning the maiden claimer, but quite strong in the market as well. Keep an eye out for Junkyard Dog for Wayne Hassett. I mean, this horse is owned by Anne-Marie O'Brien, so not exactly a big punting operation, so I wouldn't be too worried about the drift. This horse is definitely notable. Gelding by Fastnet Rock was beaten a mile by Twain. The runner-up was just runner-up again actually in the last race here, but on that second run behind Galveston when 14's at Naas, this horse would have a bit of a chance for Wayne. Some others to note, number 15, quite nicely backed as well. That's Coolstee's Way. Yeah, as I was just saying, that this horse was, there's a bit of a delay about this horse just beforehand. Last minute adjustments to the saddle, I think. Joey Sheridan got off, got back aboard. Pat McGee as well with his horses, and she ran well behind now the last day at Bellstown. Obviously has to reverse that form. 13 going in is Kilgara's Love, Tom Cleary and Rory. Philly by Dragon Pulse, definitely not without a chance at the price as well. Definitely make a case she's too big in the market. And this is the thing, if you have a big gamble and you have a 60-runner handicap, you get excellent each-way value on some of them. But will this gamble be successful? Keep an eye out for refreshment going from gate 18 under Ketton.
Over 7 furlongs, race 4, the swordsecurity.com nursery maxed out with 16 runners. In the fighting line, your call, Running Son of a Gun, with a good position is Unique Journey, followed by Kilgara's Love, Talani, Sunrise and the Boyne, Refreshment, Moonhall Church improves on the outside. So on settling down, Running Son of a Gun just takes them along from Moonhall Church, Kilgara's Love in between them, being followed at the 5 by Refreshment, Unique Journey, Talani, and then Prada's World, who's improved on the outside. Source Code next, the Ottoman, Sunrise and the Boyne. Vivacia being knocked right back, your call. Couple of lengths then to Merchant's Arch, Coolstee's Way, now Junkyard Dog. Heading down towards the halfway stage. And there's a change of leader as Moonhall Church and Niall McCullough go on in front from Running Son of a Gun. Kilgara's Love in between horses and the noseband. Followed then by Refreshment, Source Code, Unique Journey, Prada's World. Improving on the outside is Ottoman, and then Vovation, Sunrise and the Boyne. Racing round the home turn, Moonhall Church is just headed by Kilgara's Love, being followed by Prada's World. Right in behind them is Unique Journey, but will need the brakes. On the inside is Running Son of a Gun as they straighten. Source Code next on the outside. Up the hill they come, and it's Unique Journey coming to press. Kilgara's Love, then Moonhall Church on the outside with a whirlwind finish is Source Code ahead of Prada's World. Unique Journey is run down by Source Code. Source Code, Dylan Brown McMonigal for Joseph O'Brien as they quickly join up winners from Unique Journey and Prada's World next.
Well, it's the son of Blue Point. Another horse that ran in that Twain maiden the last day was beaten even further than the horse I mentioned, but had shown bits of promise. In these nurseries, this is why you don't know what's exactly going to happen. Blinkers for the first time. A lot of Blue Points go very well on the slop. Oh, if you're on Unique Journey, it was a unique journey out of the dip for Billy Lee rather. It wasn't a difference in victory and defeat, I think, but once Billy got the horse out, it looked like Unique Journey was going to win, but he just ran into one, as you can in these big field nurseries. Prada's World was third, was interest as well, and the Clearys will be delighted with Kilgara's Love, who finished fourth. That was a good run. We'll have to look back on this. There's loads of horses will be winning races coming out of this. Don't know what happened. Refreshment, maybe ran a bit keen. Seemed to break well, but faded out of it. But Dylan Brown, yeah, just coming there with that withering late run, and it's a double for Joseph O'Brien, and more to come for the lads as well. Source code, interesting horse for the Alshira Racing Limited, who is a half brother to Ambient Friendly. God, there's something I missed. Blue Point, half brother to Ambient Friendly, has just won the Nursery in Galway off a rating of 61. Yeah, well, nice for the two students to get in the photo. We might see if we can get a word with them at some stage. But Dylan Brown just riding a Blue Point, half brother to Ambient Friendly. So not exactly winning out of turn on pedigree anyway. And just a strong late burst to deny the gallant runner-up in what really was a cracking Nursery on heavy ground at Galway just after a shower. That's a double for Dylan Brown. We'll grab him here. You're watching it back. Talk us through the replay.
Speed was on, there was plenty going forward from the outside, and I had to just get him in, get him comfortable. I was able to get on the back of Billy, and I knew he'd take me into it as far as I needed. But I had to come out and around him into the straight when he went in and got a nice run, but my lad picked up good for pressure and he was well on top of the line.
It's noticing this after the race, this is a Blue Point half brother to Ambient Friendly, so the pedigree's there.
Yeah, he's very well bred. He's just taken a bit of time to come to hand, but the blinkers on today for the first time. They've improved him a lot, and hopefully he can keep improving now.
How's he out the gates?
He jumped fine, but we did go quick, and the ground is slow, so I didn't want to be in any panic and force him early. Being by Blue Point as well, he's always going to have a bit of speed at the end of the day, so he quickened up good.
Say Galway compared to other tracks in big fields, you were on an inexperienced horse. How difficult is it?
You need a little bit of luck. You need a horse on there to get you out and get you going, but thankfully all the gaps opened up and it was good and smooth.
Go on to better things, hopefully, this horse,
I think so. He's probably going to get better in time.
And actually, you say he's by Blue Point, but obviously he's a half brother to Ambient Friendly. How far would he stay next season, you say?
He'll have no bother going to a mile anyway, and he is a very relaxed horse, so who knows how far he'll get. But he's not short of speed and he handles that ground, so thankfully he got his head in front today anyway.
More to come, well done, kid.
Thank you.